The legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals. There's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Carson. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Dixon. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
57, Mike. 46.
Prescott from the gun. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From just shy of midfield, Dalton. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Eifert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Pulled it good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick-6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A gain there of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know, is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now here's Ross. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
368. 40. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, 40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Check. Regular. Check.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go. Heavy.
Now on 2nd and 13. Dalton. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Can.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Prescott to throw it. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open.
Good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there. First down. A first down throw coming for Dalton. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Heads up, 93, 52, 93, 44, 44.
They're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross Rivet, and he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On third down, it's Prescott. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. On first down, they go with Dixon. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits from those creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 20. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 16 yards, a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Dalton. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go, D.
Another chance for Dalton. Eluding the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Andy Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Flush to his right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up.
Oh, Prescott stripped. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Regular. Hey, exit.
On 2nd and 12, Dalton. He finds his running back, Mixon. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So good coverage there defensively, as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Going up top. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a 1st down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Now Joe Mixon. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And some space here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now they run with Mixon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
368. Hey, orbit.
On 2nd and 9. Dalton to the left side here for Eifert. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Eifert, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Prescott throwing the out route and complete. That's Andrews. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Well, here's a first down throw that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Prescott. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Chris Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. They'll roll him out right. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. Play action now. Dalton. He'll buy some time right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
47. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Prescott. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Right there. 54, right there.
Prescott from the gun on third. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Prescott to throw on fourth. And that is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mixon. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. They'll give it to Mixon. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up of 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullet good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Kill. 47. 26.
First down, Prescott. And this is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
54 Mike.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A second down throw for Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And again, it's Prescott. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kenneth Dixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
I got it. Double tight, double tight. 4 down, check. 4 down, 4 down. Box 14.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Bengals, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.